Hello, Facebook. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are from. My name is Nu Vang, and I wanted to do a sit down and chat today. So I have my phone propped up here so that I can just sit back and relax. And I'm actually house sitting for my neighbors today, and we're gonna actually be here for maybe 2 weeks, so I'm super excited about that. I just always love being here. It's so peaceful, it's so quiet, there's so much greenery here. I'll show you real quick. Move my tripod. But yeah, there's so much green, so they have a beautiful yard, and I'm taking care of the plants and I'm watering them. You see, even there's some plants right here. So yeah, it is such a nice place, and I feel so blessed to be able to be here and that they trust us to watch their home while they are away. And so I wanted to come on here and do kind of like a little training, a mini training, and share something that I recently spoke about and I would say coached my friend through. So I wanted to also share it with you here because I'm slowly starting to come back on and share things that I'm learning, the things that have really revolutionized my life and the way I see life and the way I do life. And so today's mini training is going to be all about motivation. And there are some of us out there that sometimes it's really hard to be motivated, to have motivation, to do the things that we know that we need to do, right? And if I take a human design lens on this, in human design there are 9 centers, and there's actually a ego/will center, and that center is actually the center that is responsible and holds all the energies of motivation and will and willpower. And so some people have that center defined, and some people have that centered undefined or even open. So basically, just a quick explanation of what that even means is that if you have it defined, that means you have consistent access to motivation. Like you have a way of processing and getting yourself to become motivated. Like you have, like it's consistent for you. You get motivation in a way that's consistent and reliable, and you can predict that. However, for those who have undefined or open ego/will centers, motivation comes and goes and is always different depending on who you're around. So those people who have undefined will centers actually have a harder time naturally being intrinsically motivated, and their motivation may look different every time, right? It may come at different times. It may be what is the word? It may be triggered by different things for the people who have undefined/open will centers. So that is a human design take on it, but I'm not going to go there today. But that is definitely something that I also take into consideration. So for your information, I do have a defined will center, and so motivation to me honestly has never been too hard of a concept or a way of being. I just have been, as long as I can remember, very intrinsically motivated. And so as a coach, I need to learn, and I wanted to learn how to help other people who don't have that motivation, who don't have that kind of motivation. And sometimes if we don't have that kind of motivation, we just feel like maybe we just sit around and motivation will come to us, right? But in today's training, I'm going to share with you that there are ways that you can actually cause motivation within yourself. Isn't that exciting? I think it is, and that's why I wanted to share in case it is helpful to you. Okay, so I shared this with my friend, and I just thought so brilliant. Like I wanted to, while it's still fresh, I want to share it with you as well, so that you can also benefit and try it out for yourself. And I've learned this causing motivation from my mentor. Her name's Andrea Crowder, and I just love the way she sees things and shifts perspectives, and just so the way she flows and takes on life. It's just so amazing. So I really want to thank her for that, and that is where this information came from. So you can cause motivation by two things. So I'm going to keep it simple for today. Okay. So the first thing, in order to cause motivation, because we can cause emotions in our body, we can cause ourselves to feel sad. Like if we think about something, right, we can feel sad. If you watch a scary movie, we are causing that emotion within ourselves, right? Like for example, maybe if you are listening to a song, right, you can put on a sad song and you can cause sadness within yourself. Or if you are just neutral and you want to feel excited and, you know, motivated to clean the house, then you put on some really upbeat music so that, you know, you can cause a different emotion within you to help you, you know, do what you need to do. So the idea is, and the belief behind this is that you are in control and you are able to cause emotions in your body. Not saying that we always can control what emotions we cause, but I'm saying that you have that power within you. So knowing that as the context, the first thing in causing emotions, causing motivation within you, is that thing has to be genuinely desirable for you. You actually have to want to do that thing, whatever you're motivated to do. So I'm going to use the example of losing weight. Okay, you want to work out because you want to lose some weight so that you can become healthy. Okay, so we're going to take that as an example because that was what I helped my friend with. So the first thing is you have to genuinely want to work out. Okay, so this is working out, okay, with the purpose to lose weight, obviously, and be healthier. But the action that needs to happen is the actual working out. Okay, so the first thing is you have to genuinely want to work out. So if you actually, whenever you think about working out and you're dreading it, you're hating it, you just don't want to do it, that is already a bad start. So the first part, let me move this. The first part is you need to genuinely want to do it. So in this case, you know, the question came up of like, oh, well, what if I don't want to do it, but I know that it's good for me, right? That happens a lot. So if you actually don't feel like doing it, but you know that it is good for you, then the way around this, if you actually genuinely don't desire it, because that's the first thing that needs to happen, the way around this is that you think about how it would feel to have done. Okay, so if this is a workout, you fast forward into the future and you think about and you feel about how would it have felt if you did it. Okay, how would it feel to have done it? Whether you feel light, you feel healthier, you feel invigorated, right? Whatever the emotion that you will have, you know, you will be feeling once you're done working out, you anchor your desire into that. So you anchor in that good feeling and you use that as your anchor of, yeah, I genuinely desire to feel that way, so I'm going to do it, right? So that is the first thing. Okay, so the first thing that needs to happen for you to cause motivation is that you actually want to do it. Okay, and if you don't want to do it, then you anchor yourself into the feeling of having done it, and then that's how you do the first step. The second step, or the second thing that comes into play to help you cause motivation, is that it has to your logical mind or your subconscious, it has to be viewed by you as possible to do today. Okay, so the key word is today. And I know some of you might think like, well, I can't lose weight in one day. I can't be healthy just by doing one workout. But this is where these steps and breaking down your goals or your whatever goal you want to achieve, that breaking it down into steps. So if you think about, oh, I want to lose 100 pounds, you tell that to yourself, your subconscious is like, there's no way that we're going to do that today, so we're not going to do it. And the motivation is just not going to be there. But in order to cause that motivation, you can genuinely desire to do that and then have it be possible to do today. And that just means that you break down that big goal into smaller steps and you work backwards. So for example, with the working out, well, for it to be possible to do today, to work out is, well, in this situation, working out can be anything, right? It is your definition. It is up to you to decide what that even means. So if working out today is getting on the treadmill for 1 minute, like I was telling my friend, then that is it. 1 minute today, 2 minutes tomorrow, or even 1 minute today for a week, right? But if you bring it back to the second step, is it possible to do today? Yeah, it's possible. Your subconscious, your brain is able to see that, hey, I can get on the treadmill for 1 minute today. Hell yeah, like that's possible. So you have checked off the second part, the second piece that will help you create that motivation, right? And I know it sounds so simple and sounds so silly because it's like, who's gonna wanna get on the treadmill for 1 minute? Like that won't work. But that's not the point. The point is not to get it to work. The point is to activate and cause the emotion within your body, within your subconscious, to be on board with helping you create that emotion, that feeling of motivation, so that you go out and just get things started, right? Because for most of us, we have a hard time starting things, right? That's where it's the hardest, right? That's just the first step. And even for me, like coming back online, like, oh, it was so intimidating because I just was so overwhelmed by everything that like I wanted to do and everything that I had to do in order to even just come back online. And that is one of the reasons why I'm doing videos instead of going live, because to me, to cause motivation for me to go live takes a lot more, and I'm not there yet. So I give myself grace, and I'm doing these videos where I'm just recording them and I'm just talking to myself, but I'm still sharing valuable information with you. And that's still stepping towards my goal of going live eventually, right? So I'm causing my own motivation. Like I genuinely desire to be able to share and make an impact on you and my community. And I see it as possible to do today because I'm doing what I see as possible, which is recording a video. That's my example. But yeah, for the working out, let me recap that because I know I talked a lot in between. But the first step is you gotta genuinely desire to do what you're gonna do, okay? If you're trying to motivate yourself to find a job, well, you actually have to genuinely desire to do that. But if you don't, then the roundabout is anchor yourself into the emotion and the feeling that you will feel after you have done it. And once you have that on board, you have your desire, genuine desire on board, then you can move on to the next step, which is figuring out and making sure that what you are going to do is deemed doable, deemed possible to do today. Okay, so taking that first step. And those are like the two little hacks, I would say, to help cause motivation within you when you are in a slump, right? This is also not to tell you that you should bypass your emotions and not honor your body and your energy. This is just for those people who have been in their feelings and emotions and they have processed, but they're just having a hard time really taking a step forward. And this is the hack for you if you are needing that extra help, a different perspective. And obviously this may or may not work for you. I know it has worked for my mentor, it has worked for me, and I'm really hoping that it's gonna work for my friend. But obviously the work needs to be done by you. Just learning about this information is great, but apply it, try it out. Even if it's something small, it really does take intention everything in your life, any change you want to make takes intention. Things don't just happen out of nowhere. So I wanted to give you these 2 hacks, these tools to help you cause motivation so that you can start doing the things that is good for you. You can start accomplishing things and feeling good and start making steps towards your dreams, your goals, your desires, because that's what life is all about, right? Like, why are we here if we are just so stuck in our head and not able to do anything and enjoy things and feel different emotions and become the best version of ourselves? Okay, so I believe so much in people and their power and your potential, and that just anything is possible. We just sometimes need to ask the right questions, have the right resources, have the right tools, have the right attitude to learn and to actually love ourselves enough to take action and do something about it, and show up for yourself, basically. So that is my mini training. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. Definitely like and share with somebody that you know if this is going to be helpful to them. Share down below what you learned. I would love to, get into a dialogue with you. And yeah, I think that is it for today. I'm having such a good time over here. It's almost a full moon, I think. I'm not sure exactly if it's tomorrow or something, but I just got off of a full moon session with my Alpha Femme experience, and we did a ceremony where we really tuned into the ourself, because during the full moon is going to illuminate and show us our qualities, things that may no longer serve us, and it shines light on those things so that we can let go of them, and so that we can create new, make space for the new to come in. So that was so peaceful, and I really loved that. And from that, I had a really good feeling about just coming on live in the energy and sharing what I want to share with you. And yeah, hopefully that was helpful. I feel like I'm just rambling on now. I can talk for days, but thank you so much for watching this video, and I will catch you in my next video. All right, bye.